Hello guys, welcome to a new pouring session. Today I gotta do a swirl. It's pretty much like a ring pour. I'm gonna layer the paint in cups and then pour it in rings on the canvas. I already prepared the canvas. It looks a little messy because it's still wet, but it's a dark blue and it's drying while I'm preparing the cups. The colors I've choose are copper, bright gold, turquoise, purple, and I have a new paint. It's a kind of tile. It's pretty dark. It's much darker than the turquoise. And for some accents, I also have some dark blue, the same color as on the canvas, but a little bit thicker in the mix. So first, I'm gonna layer the paint into the cups. As I want to do several small puddles, I will have 2 cups, so the mixing is a little more equal when I put it on the canvas. As always, the metallic colors are a little bit thinner than the others. And here we go. I'm pouring it in really careful because I don't want the paints to mix too much. A little bit is fine, of course, but I really don't want it too much because otherwise I wouldn't get a nice pour. It will get really messy. Oopsie. So I'm standing behind the camera and have to work in a bow around my stuff, so it looks a little bit strange, but I think so you can see the best way what I'm doing. So that's the first cup. You see the colors. It really doesn't make a big difference how you layer it, how thick the several layers are. The action happens when you really pour it on the canvas. So there's the next one. In this case, I didn't use any oil. It's just paint, medium, and a little bit of water because some of the paints are really thick. And as I do several puddles, it isn't important in which follow-up I pour them in. That really doesn't make a difference. And you can see here the gold is very thin mixed, so it's on the top and it looks like there's much more gold in than the other colors, which isn't true, as you have seen. It's just what it looks like. So here we go. Then helper number 1, my kitchen tissues. It will be a little bit shaky as I have to move the camera, and I hope this angle works. I think it looks pretty good, and I will try to pour it from here so I can see what I'm doing. I'm gonna do so. I start in the middle and I just pour little rings like the name already says. So first, yes, we only had the turquoise and the gold. Now the other colors come out too. That's puddle number 1. The next one maybe here. I did a similar painting quite a while ago, but the canvas was a little bit larger, so this will not be really the same. But I really love the colors. So I'm going to take the next cup. So I do not really want the rings to interfere too much. And so I make some dark blue rings. Will be exciting if we will see them afterwards, still after we tilted it. And again, it is a lot of paint, but you already know that this is what pouring is about, that we will spill a lot of the paint. That's just what it is. So this side looks a little bit darker than the other, but I don't think that's really an issue. I really like that. I would say we got it pretty equal. So now we need a little bit of room for the tilting. So that's the fun part. You cannot see my hands. I will move it a little bit. I have my push pins underneath the canvas, so I have a good grip on it, and now I just try to move it. As always, it shouldn't be too fast, and always back and forth in the similar directions. The movement of the paint alone brings us some nice cells. So we didn't even need any oil. And I think that will be really nice cells as far as it looks, as the paints are pretty thin right now. We will have pretty and back. A little bit here. I'm not sure if you can see the edges. Yeah, it works pretty good, actually. So it already looks pretty 70s style. I think it's a really nice one. Looks a little bit like a gem. So now I take a little bit of the spilled paint and care for the edges. As I'm not afraid of getting myself dirty, I just get my fingers, use my fingers, but of course you can also use a spatula or something like that. I think this corner isn't as beautiful as it could be, this one down here. So I think I will just add a little swirl. really very nice. So I think that's it so far. I will keep it for about an hour and then I will show you the result, and then I can move it because right now the paint is really dry. Wet. The paint is wet, of course, sorry.